In today's MP news, Black Ops 2 Revolution DLC is detailed, Battlefield 3 DLC is on sale, playlist updates making its way to Halo 4 as well as more Spartan Ops, and DayZ has a possible release date.
Be advised.
Hey guys, welcome to MP News, where we talk about all the latest multiplayer news going on in the industry. My name is David, aka Mr. V.
And I'm Scott, the MassNERDerer.
And we're going to kick things off right away with some Black Ops 2 DLC news. We got the Revolution map pack coming in on January 29th, and that is for all Xbox 360 owners first. So we got 4 maps included in this DLC. We got Hydro, Grind, Downhill, and Mirage. Hydro set on a large dam in Pakistan. It features some intense bottlenecks and choke points, as well as a spillway that will flood randomly and can actually kill you if you're inside.
Grind is a skate park set in Venice, so it has a lot of curved ramps and half pipes. It's going to give you some unconventional cover and hopefully some exciting gameplay.
Downhill is a ski resort set in the French Alps, so Treyarch is bringing another snow map to Black Ops. According to the devs, it's going to feature some long-range lines of sight and a gondola that goes up and down the hill that you can use for cover.
The last map, Mirage, is actually a luxury resort set in China, but it's been hit by a sandstorm, so that's going to have sand dunes all over the place, allowing you access up some of the dunes into the second story. And according to the developers, that's going to have some of the most diverse gameplay. I'm thinking when you get inside, you're going to have some close quarters combat. When you get outside, you're going to get some long lines of sight.
Cool, so moving on to zombies. Of course, there are 2 new zombie additions in this map pack. We have a map as well as a new game mode, which is also a first for Black Ops. So the map Die Rise, which is, if you haven't gotten it yet, it's supposed to rhyme with high rise because the map is set in a crumbling skyscraper in the far east, and it's supposed to feature a lot of verticality as well as some very maze-like narrow and dark corridors.
They even said on parts of that there's going to be rooms on it that you can't tell if you're facing up or down, so I'm guessing part of the rooms are going to be like flipped over, or we'll have to see how well they can make that happen though. And then we have the new game mode Turned, which is going to let the player finally play as the zombie.
So we're not entirely sure how many players are involved, but assuming it's 4, there'll most likely be 1 human player fending off 3 zombie players, as well as the other massive zombies. If he fails, he then switches places with the zombie player, becoming a zombie himself.
When I hear this, I can't help thinking about Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. I think they were great games, a lot of fun playing as zombies, getting all their special abilities. We haven't heard anything about special abilities as far as playing as a zombie here. I'm just hoping they can do something exciting with it to sort of live up to my experience with playing as a zombie. We'll have to see what happens there though.
And so the last addition to this DLC, which is the thing everybody's talking about, is for the first time in any Call of Duty DLC, they're adding a new weapon. This time around, it's the Peacekeeper submachine gun, and they're dubbing it as a cross between a submachine gun and an assault rifle, which I'm not too sure what exactly that means.
The thing I'm wondering is if they're going to be giving us, I think arguably already people assume submachine guns are some of the best guns in the game. I'm worried you give that submachine gun power with assault rifle range. Are we sort of getting onto this could be the new best gun? And if it is, are people going to be worried about it's a pay to win type of thing? Maybe a move to get more money out of us?
Yeah, I'm thinking if they're smart, they're going to give it that sort of maneuverability of a submachine gun, but perhaps they're going to tone down the fire rate, but at the same time, maybe give it a little bit more stopping power to make it closer to an assault rifle. Moving on to the world of Battlefield 3, Origin is holding a big DLC sale for all PC owners who own Battlefield 3.
And this sale is going to have each of the featured map packs from Battlefield 3 going for only $10, so that's about $5 off from their normal price tag. It's also going to include some of those short kit bundles and stuff to unlock all the weapons or all the unlocks for the vehicle for as low as $2, going up to $5 for some of the vehicles. So it's a pretty good sale for all of that.
Yeah, and this sale is lasting until tomorrow, Tuesday, January 22nd, so make sure you guys, get on that quickly. So one reader asked, assuming that you bought the limited edition of Battlefield 3 and you already have Back to Carcant, will you be saving money if you purchase all 3 DLCs now, as opposed to purchasing the Battlefield 3 premium subscription for $50? It works out that if you buy all 3 DLCs now for $10, and then wait until March to get Endgame at $15, you'll actually be saving yourself $5 in the end. So really the question is, do you want just the DLC, or do you want the entire premium package, which will include things like double XP events, extra assignments, and also weapon camos and skins, things like that?
If I was going to recommend just one, I've been hearing the most good thing about Aftermath. So if you haven't got any of the DLC, I think that's the one you should be looking at right now.
Talking about Halo 4, we got some new playlist updates coming today, as well as the beginning of the part 2 of Season 1 of Spartan Ops. So this playlist update is a little bit different than most playlist updates that you guys are probably used to each Monday. This time, 343 Industries is including the Community Forge Test playlist, which is basically a playlist made up of a bunch of community-made Forge maps selected by the devs to be tested by you guys. Now these maps these game modes are all going to be 4v4 game types, and you guys will be able to give your feedback at the forums. The link is actually in the article, and basically the devs are going to look through your feedback and they're going to choose which maps do they deem worthy to fit into what I'm assuming is regular matchmaking, or to show up in those regular matchmaking playlists. So that's going to be pretty cool. You guys will get to play on some new community-made maps. And of course, Spartan Ops, you guys are getting the beginning of episodes 6 through 10, which is the second half of Season 1 of Spartan Ops. So again, they're continuing the story. You guys are going to find out more about Crimson Squad and what happened at the end. In the article, there's also a quick catch-up video if you want to catch up on the story. It is a bit spoilerific if you haven't played any of the first half of Season 1, so maybe get that done quickly before moving on to Season 2.
And I think Halo's really getting it right here. And once you start adding in your community-made content, I mean, it just changes the longevity of the game so much, and it just adds so much more content. So I think that smart movie on the developers.
Interestingly, over on MP1st, Thomas is actually reviewing a lot of the classic Halo maps that are being remade in Halo 4 by various community members. So he's going through all of them, handpicking them, and through the article, which we'll link in the description, you can actually download them and play on them as well. And we're definitely going to continue doing that at the same time that the 343 devs are picking out their community maps as well. And the last item of the day, DayZ has a possible release date of April or sooner. When asked in a recent AMA on Reddit if DayZ could possibly be released by April or sooner, creator Dean Rocket Hall answered, "Yes, I think so, but anything could happen and usually does. We'll know more when the results of the tech tests are out. Any dates before then would be pure speculation, and my last speculation didn't work out so good." He says that in reference to the earlier announcement of DayZ possibly releasing on the PC before the new year, which obviously didn't work out.
Unfortunately, we also did not get any information about when the closed tests are going to start, but the minute we hear that, we're going to be letting you know so you can get in there and start trying out the game. In his post, he also took a few stabs at War Z, so if you want to head over and read that, you can hear his thoughts there, but he did mention that he is sort of personally offended by it, sort of felt like they're copying his name, it's so easy to replicate.
That's it for today's MP News. Check the description for links to all of today's articles and to learn how to connect with us.
Happy gaming, everybody, and keep your sights on MP1st.